Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys.
Big Boy Pants Golf, along with 10 million other people in just the first 9 days since this video has been posted, saw this video and realized there's a huge opportunity here. The Try Guys need a fourth member. Cheers to opportunity.
By now, we're assuming you've seen the Reddit threads.
Forget Reddit. Let's go straight to the investigative journalist who cracked this Watergate.
So story time. May 7th at 5 p.m., my family and I and some friends went to Castaway in Burbank, California. We sat down and I saw Ned from across the way. And to be honest with you, I didn't know if it was him or not because there were some bushes and some of y'all white men look alike. Anyway, and then I saw Alex, but I only saw the back of her head, so I was like, maybe that's his wife.
Hint, it's not his wife.
Then I thought, okay, well, maybe they're just getting dinner as friends. I don't know. But then they started macking in front of the seafood tower, and I was like, ooh, first of all, in public?
If Ned was making out with his coworker, Alex, who's a female, in public during a seafood dinner, you know this guy wanted to get caught.
But I wasn't sure if it was him, so I just recorded it just in case.
Before I see any negative comments about Breezy Baby, Breezy with 3 E's, I want you to realize that at some point, Ned was going to get caught. He got brazen. If you've seen the movie Talented Mr. Ripley, you're no talented Mr. Ripley. You can't get out of every situation.
So I contemplated sending it to her because I was like, is it my place? I don't know. Eventually I came to the conclusion, like, if I was a wife, I would want to know.
Which is actually an unreasonable assumption. Some people are in open relationships where they don't want to know, but out of sight, out of mind, right?
And that's why I made it so general, saying like, I don't know if this is him. I don't know, what's going on. I don't know the ins and outs of your marriage, but I just wanted you to have this information.
Someone needs to make a motivational poster, probably with a mountain in the background and Breezy Baby in the front. And on this poster, it's going to say, the path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Like, do with it what you will.
Do with it what you will? Did you think she's going to frame it and put it on the dresser?
To my knowledge, she never responded. I don't think she's seen it. And so why I posted it was, one, now it's public knowledge.
Basically, Breezy Baby gave you the chance to get out of your marriage yourself. But because you didn't, she made it public. And now you got to go Splitsville.
2, if he's telling her a different timeline and she doesn't know the truth, I'm hoping that she sees this.
It's interesting that Breezy Baby worked out a timeline, got some thumbtacks together, put them on the wall to triangulate Ned's position.
And 3, I feel justified. Like, I wasn't crazy. That was Ned.
Sure, Ned might have lost his marriage, might have a strained relationship with his kids now, and lost out on a great source of income as the Try Guys make bank. But you were right.
And TikToks and tweets and news articles.
Eugene, the Asian guy on the left, looks very salty the entire clip.
We want to give you a timeline of what's transpired.
I'm betting Breezy Baby is going to have the exact time up on our TikTok soon.
And some transparency into our decision making. Throughout this video, there will be things that we want to say or go into further, but as I'm sure you're aware, there are some legal issues we have to consider as we go through everything.
I wonder if their legal counsel actually told them, don't make this video.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romantic behavior.
You mean because Breezy Baby posted it on Reddit and TikTok?
We reached out to check on that employee.
To see if she still had her tonsils?
Ned confirmed the reports.
Remember back in the 90s when you could use the Shaggy, it wasn't me defense? And you'd get that benefit of the doubt?
And since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us, and we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on.
They are correct. I checked. There was never a Try Guys episode where the Try Guys try to get a clue.
All of that information was just as shocking to us as all of this has been for you this week.
Eugene, guy on the left, still throwing out the death stare the whole time.
and thus began a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more.
Meaning this clip was scripted by the lawyers and they're good to go, but they can only say what's on this script.
In order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps. From the jump, we were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone who works here.
A constant joke about this situation was the Try Guys try infidelity. I'm pretty sure Eugene got that dramatic pause with the hand and then the breathing in through the nose from Val Kilmer as Iceman in the original Top Gun. If you recall, you got to then pat the guy on the shoulder a little bit and tell him you don't like him because he's dangerous.
Is something we took very seriously. We refused to sweep things under the rug.
Do you, for a split second, think that Breezy Baby would have let them sweep this under the rug? No, she's the definition of persistence.
That is not who we are, and is not what we stand for.
We immediately removed Ned from work activities.
This was a missed opportunity for an episode of The Try Guys. The Try Guys tried to fire someone. You come up with your own title, but this would have been a 30 million view clip.
And engaged an HR professional to conduct a thorough review of the facts.
Hopefully, the HR person wasn't also making out with Ned. Otherwise, you got an awkward love triangle and a conflict of interest. Not just a love triangle at this point. It would actually be a love square. Because Ned is just, there's so many.
We also opted to remove Ned from our releases pending the results of that review.
What is this review going to entail? A saliva swab? A DNA test?
Over a few weeks, that's included removing his section from videos, digitally removing him from others.
The Try Guys should have gotten in the old Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry cheerleading outfit and just said, Ned, you've been canceled. That's all this really is.
And choosing not to feature him in our merch throws.
I think Ned would sue you if you were still using his likeness or image in your merch after you fired him.
Honestly, I want to give major props to our editing staff for how deftly they've handled that.
I bet the hardest part for the editing staff is when the instructions said, edit out the funny looking white guy. And they had to be like, which one?
There are several videos that we've deemed as fully unreleasable. You will never see them, and that is due to his involvement.
Release the videos. Ned Fulmer existed. We all cared about him at one point.
And that's a decision that has cost us lots of money. We will not be able to recoup that money, but it's a decision we stand by proudly.
I was expecting something along the lines of, please go to our Patreon if you support monogamy.
Now, we can't talk about the details of the review.
Everyone has already reviewed it on the Reddit threads and TikTok.
But suffice to say, we found that Ned had engaged in conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with him. So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager and an employee.
September 16th? So you kept your diehard fans in the dark for weeks?
We chose not to rush into the announcement for a few reasons. Namely, there are real people who have been affected. And while we consider this a company matter, there's just also a family at the center of this.
Now, we were always planning on a public statement.
This is a pretty well-formed public statement.
And we're working towards that with our team.
Wait, this isn't the public statement? You've got to go out again for a public statement 2.0?
But in light of rapidly accelerating speculation, we knew we couldn't wait any longer.
Okay, I guess this is the public statement.
We are obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this.
This next part is where the Try Guys try to keep it together.
This is someone who we'd built a brand and a company with for 8 years. We feel saddened, not just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully articulate the pain we feel at this moment. It's hard to rewatch old videos that we love and are proud of. We're losing a friend, we're losing someone we built a company with, we have countless memories with.
If I were sitting next to him on that couch, you know I would have reached over and put my hand on his hand.
We just made a TV show together.
He said that like you would say, we just made a baby together.
I'm sure many of you feel the same way. It's weird. We're sorry that this ever happened, and we don't know what more to say.
I truly mean this, guy in the middle. It's not your fault. Ned did this with that coworker.
There's also our staff of 20 strong who they just don't deserve the negative attention our brand is now getting because they didn't do anything.
Hopefully this will be a one-off with the Try Guys and the staff. Otherwise, you'll be down to 2 Try Guys.
But they're our family, and they're some of the most talented, creative minds in the world, and our primary focus right now is making sure they feel comfortable and proud coming to work.
I think that's exactly what Ned did to get in this trouble.
The work they do never ceases to astound us, and frankly, there's just no world in which we could have navigated all of this without them. Now, there are videos that were shot ahead of all this, right? We're going to be editing Ned out like the new season of Without a Recipe, and we're working with our editors and finding creative solutions to the footage. And we also have some branded videos that we've already committed to. So when you see a video that's sponsored in a few weeks and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. It's just how things are, and that's why.
Look, I get that when stuff like this happens, there's going to be speculation and gossip.
Because these guys have been speculating and gossiping.
And we ask that you respect the privacy of the family members and employees who may be caught up in this. We also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women than men.
It does seem that Ned, a man, is taking the brunt of this.
And we imagine you have lots of questions, a lot more questions right now, and we're going to have more to say in the future.
Direct any questions on Reddit to Breezy Baby.
Just right now, we're focused on bringing the best content possible between now and the end of the year, and then figuring out what the future of this channel looks like from there.
You are going to need another Try Guy.
I think you have like 1 Asian member in the group. You have 3 white guys. One of them is openly gay, right? Do you ever feel like you need like 1 more Try Guy, like to like diversify it a bit, maybe a minority or something?
Some of our staffers, YB in Alexandria, wanted to come up with a mukbang show where they're eating a lot of food. So that's been something we've been investing in.